Hey, thanks for clicking on my video. If this video helps you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It is greatly appreciated and it really helps. Let's get to the video. Over in this video, we're going to talk about how we can simplify some trigonometric expressions. So to do this, we're going to use our sum and difference formulas that we learned in a previous video. So I'll link that in the cards right now if you want to go and check that one out so that you understand where these formulas are coming from. So we're going to look at three examples, one of each: sine, cosine, and tangent. And if you notice here at the bottom of the screen, I have our unit circle. We're going to talk about that as we go through each question. So number one, we have sine of x plus pi. So this is our sum formula for sine. So we can expand it and write it out like this. We can say sine of x times cosine of pi plus cosine of x times sine of pi. So now let's look down at our unit circle, and we have cosine of pi and sine of pi that we can evaluate for. So notice that here is pi, and remember that for each of our coordinates here, cosine is x and sine is y. So cosine of pi would be -1, so we have sine of x times -1 plus cosine of x times 0, because our y coordinate would be 0 in this case. So this is our unit circle, and we have, we go out 1 unit for our radius, so 1, 0 would be 0 radians and 2 pi radians. 0, 1 would be pi over 2. -1, 0 would be pi, and 0, -1 would be 3 pi over 2. So now this would be negative sine of x and plus cosine of x times 0, which would be 0. So our final answer is negative sine of x. Number two, we have cosine of x minus pi over 2. So now we're going to use our cosine difference formula. So it's going to look like this. We're going to write cosine of x times cosine of pi over 2 plus sine of x times sine of pi over 2. So now once again, now we're at pi over 2, and we see that cosine is our x value, sine is our y value. So cosine of pi over 2 would be 0. So this would be cosine of x times 0. And then sine of pi over 2 would be 1. So this just simplifies to sine of x. And lastly, number three, tangent of x minus 2 pi. So we're going to use our tangent difference formula, and it's going to look like this. Tangent of x minus tangent of 2 pi divided by 1 plus tangent of x times tangent of 2 pi. Okay, so now we can look at 2 pi, which is the coordinate 1, 0. We need to find the tangent. So remember, tangent is equal to sine over cosine. Well, in this case, that would be 0 over 1. So tangent of 2 pi is just 0. So now we have tangent of x minus 0 divided by 1 plus tangent of x times 0. So the numerator would be tangent of x. Our denominator is just going to be 1. So we will simplify to tangent of x. And that is how you can simplify some trigonometric expressions.